I just said, let me share that video with us so that you can see that the profession in which you have started, it's not something that you take lightly. I don't take it lightly. I have some other businesses that I do, but every day I'm studying, every day, because I know that the success in this thing is not just like this. It takes some time. You know, somebody say, "Ah, you've been trading. Oh, you should have built houses and things." No, it doesn't happen like that. If it's just at the snap of the finger, then all the people that you've been hearing that have been trading forex, then you should be seeing big mansions everywhere. But then, is it going to make you enough money to take care of yourself? Yes. Will it make you enough money to take care of your family? Yes. By the grace of God, I tell people, some of us have been on lockdown before even lockdown. And till now, we are still on lockdown because we do everything that we want to do from our comfort of our home. And I think I want to continue that way. I don't, telling me to come down for a meeting somewhere, drive down, it's always like work. But I sit down before my system and do one or little things, and it's going. So if it can work for us, it can work for you, sure. If it can work for us, if it can work for me, then it can work for you. I'm very sure that you've enjoyed the past few days on this training. Mr. Kule had been fantastic. I I've been involved in some other trainings. We have been having our advanced class, the professional class. We started last week. Oh, somebody saying you can't hear me, but I think some people responded, so it might be your own mind. So we started the professional class last week. We are wrapping it up this Saturday. This Friday because it's a 2 weeks training, and it's been wonderful. We have about just 30 because we don't take more than 30 students for that class. And because of mentoring, we give them assignments, we mark their assignment. So it has been a very tough time. So, but then the feedback I get from this class is that the class, you get the guys there, a lot of people are willing to learn and really ready to commit themselves. It would be our great joy to have most of us here successful in this trade. I tell you, there's nothing that, they say a leader is not successful until his successors are successful. Our prayer is that most of you that are learning from us today, you'll be able to do better than we are doing. I wish, okay, we brought him to the professional class, one of our students. The guy, he was earning a salary of, is it 30 something thousand? He came to our class during this lockdown period. He did the class just like this one you did, and then went further to do the professional class. As a matter of fact, when he was doing the professional class, he said, "Please, I don't have money. I just 15,000. Can I pay 10,000 now? Before the end of the class, I will pay 5,000." He begged, and he said, "Okay, go ahead." And I wish maybe I will share the results. I will share the results with us maybe tomorrow. You understand? Very fantastic. Today he said he has left that job. He has left that job. He's now managing the fund for a company. He said he's managing close to 20. Is it 20? Bishop? Okay, don't worry, Bishop. He said he's managing about $20,000 for a company. And when he trades, they now share profit with him. Can you imagine? And he said he does more than 10% of that account every week, every month. Don't let me exaggerate. I think he does it about every month. I will get him to come and talk to us at the professional class. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's our joy, and we are so happy for him. We keep on helping him. And then for those people that go into the professional class also, we have a mentorship platform where we give them mentorship. Because, 1 month, I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I learn every time. And what I learn, I teach people. Every one of us, we teach. We make sure that there's a group that we have for all members who want to learn. 1 week is not enough. The truth is 1 week is not enough to train you. Is it the candlestick alone? Is it the trading strategy? So it's time. It takes some time, but it's not impossible. You can achieve it. And I pray that the Almighty God that made you to be part of this will ensure that you become successful in this venture. When people that are successful as traders are called, then you will be called also by the special grace of God. Tomorrow we'll be talking about something we call money management and psychology of trading. How you will never, ever, ever lose money. in this business. I mean, how you will never, ever lose money as a trader. Many people lose money. Well, but I tell you, tomorrow's training will, and I don't mean you won't lose trade. I'm not saying you won't lose a trade, but you won't lose your account. But tonight, what's going to happen? Tonight, we have someone. I always tell people, if you miss all the days, don't miss Thursday. And whatever you learn today, make sure you go again to watch the video, repeat it. The simple thing you are going to learn today is so simple, but it will help you a long way. Now, this man was in one of, just like you had me on radio, this man had me on radio some times ago, about, is it 2-3 years now? And I can't even remember. No, it's more than 2 years. That should be about 3 or 4 years now. Just had me on radio with my partner. We were talking about training. And he said, he came, is that he wanted to learn. He said, if you people can do this thing, I can do it. He's been a bank manager. He was working in the bank. He was a branch manager of one of the top banks, First Bank, and he resigned to start his own business. So he runs something like a microfinance organization. He has a kind of micro lending organization and things that is running, and is successful. But he said he wanted to learn the Forex, and he began to learn. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, once people start, you are like the boss. You've been teaching a lot of people, and then one day he called me, said he's doing well. I said, well, continue doing well. We pray for you. You do well. You know, you look at this young man. When did you start? You know, since the time that we have been here, Agbalagba. You know, but then not quite long, he called me. He said, "Sir, I just let me thank God. I just bought a new cow." I said, "Oh, thank God! From your gratuity, they paid you, or from which one?" He said, "No, from the Forex trading, from the money he made from Forex." I said, "Sure, from the money he made in Forex." That means there's something that this man knows. Even then, me too, I've not bought any new car with money from Forex. I just learned, trade small more money. Then not too long, a month or thereabout, to say he just bought another car. Bought another car. With what? He said, from this Forex. I say, there must be something that this man knows. That is me. I will come down. I won't say because this. Come, there must be something you know that I don't know. Come and teach me. And ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you something. The few times this man began to teach me and help me in this trade, my trading changed. I understood a lot of things. The people you listen to matter so much in your career as a trader. The people you listen to, the people that are teaching you. If you have teachers, if you have mentors, you will not lack methods. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome, we call him the Bishop of Pips. He's a bishop. You know, a bishop is a husband of one wife and is blessed with wonderful, beautiful children also. And he's a teacher, he's a coach. You, by the end of today, you will know. But if you want to enjoy him more, then you need to come to the professional class. Ladies and gentlemen, put a 555 as we welcome Femi Raji, popularly known as Bishop Raj. Put a 555 in the chat box. Let's welcome this awesome trainer. He's an awesome trainer, very fantastic. He has helped a lot of people to be successful, and today is your turn. Bishop, are you there?
Thank you so much, sir.
I celebrate you.
Thank you so much, sir, and I appreciate God for using you to go to the radio that day. And I'm still happy up to now because of the experience. I still want to thank you for bringing that opportunity to me. God bless you, sir.
Thank
God. Everyone here, you're welcome this evening. The professional class is still on. We usually start by 8 and close by 10. So I will need to do this very quickly to ensure that I don't keep them waiting. We have to postpone the meeting tonight till 9 o'clock. But I'm aware from the previous lessons you have had that almost everyone here should have downloaded the MetaTrader 4. The MetaTrader 4 is your market space. If you want to buy clothes, you want to buy foodstuff, you go to the market. When you're trading online, your market space is this interface you are seeing on my screen, this is the MetaTrader 4 for the laptop. There's also MetaTrader 4 for your phone, which is the mobile MT4, right? So I'll be teaching us a very simple strategy that you can use to make some money off the of online trading. And I hope that you'll be able to flow together today. But before then, quickly, let me share a whiteboard and let's discuss some things I know you must have heard before, but we're going to do a quick revision on it. And I want you to get close to your keypad because I'll need you guys to give some answers as we do this together. Quickly, in the next 10 minutes, we'll be wrapping up this section. I'll go straight into the strategy we want to teach you today. So here is my question. Right? If you are involved in selling mobile device, you sell phones, right? You have direct link to a company where you buy these phones from, and they sell this phone to you at 20,000 per one, and you are planning that you sell off this phone at 22,000, so you make a profit of 2,000. That is your plan. They are going to sell this phone at 22,000 and make a profit of 2,000. And then your friend who works in that company calls you and lets you know that the phone you have in your warehouse, you presently have about 1,000 pieces in your warehouse, and your friend tells you that, well, oh boy, that particular model you have with you, there's a new model coming. And because there's a new model, the company wants to quickly sell off whatever they have in stock so that they will have enough fund to buy the latest model. And therefore, what the company has in stock will no longer go for 20K. They will now be selling it at 18K from Monday. And as you know, today is Thursday. They say they'll be selling those things off at 18K from their warehouse on Monday. And today is Thursday. You have 1,000 in your warehouse, which you bought at 20,000 with a hope to sell it at 22,000. Please go to the chat box now and let me know what your action will be between now and Monday. What will you most likely do to the 1,000 pieces you have in your warehouse between now and Monday? Please go to the chat box and let me know. Will you buy, sell? What will you do to them? I need to see plenty answers in the chat box. Quickly. I've not seen any response yet. What will you do to the 1,000 pieces you have? What will you do to the 1,000 pieces you have? What will you do to the 1,000 pieces you have in your warehouse now? Yeah, I'm seeing some answers. Somebody said, I'll quickly sell mine at 18. Somebody says, sell off, sell at 19. Sell it off. Yeah, I love the answers I'm getting. Only two people, somebody say keep them and buy at 18. Keep which one? The one in your warehouse. So I think the wise thing to do will be to sell off whatever you have. You know, the public does not know that the price is going to go down to 18. You got first-hand information. So what will you do? You will sell off what you have in your warehouse. In fact, if somebody comes and prices it at $20, you will sell it off. If somebody comes and prices it at 20,000 rather, you will sell it off. Why will you sell it off? If you wait till Monday and the company starts selling it at 18,000, you are at a loss already of 20,000, of 2,000, right? You're at a loss already of 2,000 because now others might now be selling theirs at 20 and you can't sell yours at 22 again. So what have we been able to discover from this analogy? When we hear that there's going to be a drop in price in a product that we want to sell, if we hear that by tomorrow or at a later date, the price will go lower, right? We sell. So when we know that a price of something is going to drop, we sell it off today. And of course, the opposite is true. When we know that the price of something is going to go up, we buy. So when there's going to be a rise in price, we buy. So you can call it RB, like rice and beans, or R&B, whichever one, just so that you can remember. If you remember one, you remember the remaining. If one is buying, the other one will sell. When there's going to be an increase in price, you buy more. So let's do this analogy in the inverse way. Let's assume you sell 2 bars of yam. So you are selling 2 bars of yam, right? And where you buy it from, somewhere in Gwagwalada in Abuja, or Kwali in Abuja, you go to buy your yams, and they will usually sell 1 trailer load for, let's say, 100K, right? And you have 10 trailer loads in your warehouse. And your friend tells you that by next week, Monday, a trailer load will no longer sell for 100K at the farmers, at the farm, but now it's going to go to 150K. What would you most likely do now? Because you know that the price is going to rise up at a future date, you quickly look for more money to go and buy it at 100K now, so that when it goes to 150K, you can sell and make more profit. So when we know that there's going to be a price in an asset we have in our shop, in our warehouse, we buy. When we know there's going to be a rise in price, we buy. If we know there's going to be a drop in price, we sell. That is the golden rule of trading. And everybody who trades knows this formula. Of course, there are so many people who do not trade. We have them, many young people, many old people who do not trade, but they are very good in criticizing in Facebook. You see them all around, right? So when a filling station bought fuel at the depot, maybe Mosimi depot or somewhere, and they bought the fuel at, let's say, 100 naira, and they added their cost of transportation and everything, and they now want to sell it at 120, for instance. And around that time, the government now announces that there's now an increase in the price of fuel, and fuel now at the depot, this is depot, and this is at the filling station. And they now announce that at the depot, the price of fuel has now gone to 120, or let's say 120, yeah, let's say 120. The guy in his filling station now will start selling his own at 140. And what will you see? Nigerians will start shouting. We will say this, now we they kill ourselves. Minus government, even we will not like ourselves. We're too wicked. Now, all stock in buy, in they sell them at 140. Now, wicked man, in place for hell, he plenty. Now, everything, we abuse the man, right? Because we don't know business. Most people don't know business. If this man sells it at 120 for you, and he goes to the market to buy another trailer at 120, what profit has he made? If he bought it at 100 naira, he sold it at 120, then took all the 120 to go and buy another one again at 120, what profit has he made? He has not made any profit. So when the government increases the price, he instantly must increase his own. If he doesn't increase his own, it means he has not made profit from all these forced transactions. Right? So ignorance is a bad thing. Right? So when you are in business, you are there to make profit. You buy when price is going to go up, and you sell when price is going to come down. Right? I'll be teaching us a moving average strategy, but I'll quickly give us how we arrive at that moving average strategy. When we say we have a moving average, most of us here, if you are educated at least to secondary school level, you understand what average is. Another word for average is like the mean. And usually if you have 1 plus 1, the average is going to be 2, right? If you have 1 plus 1. Okay, let me even start. Let's start like this. If I have 1 plus 2, the answer is going to be 3 divided by 2. The average will be 1.5, right? If you have 1 plus 2 plus 3, the answer is going to be 6 divided by 3. The average is going to be 2. If we have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, the answer is going to be 10 divided by 4. The answer will be 2.5. So you can see that as this number increases, your average increases, right? So meaning that if price keeps going up, the average price over time will also be going up. If price is going up, then we'll say the average price is going up. So if the price yesterday was $2, then the price today is $3. Then the price next tomorrow is $4. Then they ask you to find the average price. You see that the average price will be higher for today than it was yesterday. That is the concept of moving average. You are not just finding a fixed average. You are finding an average that is moving, right? That is the concept of moving average, an average that is moving. And that is exactly what I'll be showing us today as we discuss trading. So, right, you could trade practically anything. I'm sure you must have been told that if you use this particular broker, you can trade gold, you can trade China, you can trade cotton, coffee, cacao, gas oil, you can trade German 30, the topmost 30 companies in Germany. You can trade the US 30, the topmost 30 companies on Wall Street. You could trade gold. Those of you that are science students, AU is gold. So this XAU USD is gold. You could trade currencies like the Euro NZD, the Euro versus the New Zealand dollar. You could trade them. You could trade Euro USD, like the Euro versus United States dollar. You could trade practically anything. You could do this sitting in your house. You don't have to go anywhere. You could earn foreign currencies from your mobile device, from your internet-enabled device, from your laptop sitting in your house. But how do you do this, right? So let's quickly go there. So if I'm going to do it on the laptop quickly within the next 5 or 10 minutes, then quickly run down to the phone, because I know many of you will be using your mobile devices. So here, if you're using a laptop, come to this up here. You can see as I'm moving, you can see that I'm highlighting insert presently. Click on insert, go click on indicators, come down to trend and click on moving average. Once you've done that, make your period here to be 200. Your period to be 200. If I'm a bit fast, never mind. The video is up there on YouTube. You can always go there. Just subscribe to the channel, click the like button so you could get other videos like that we drop. So make your period 200. When I say 200, you are saying I want to check the average price over the last 200 candles. These green and red things you are seeing on the background are candles. They tell you what price did over a period of time. So here you're going to choose 200. I want you to look back the last 200 candles. What has price been doing? Has it been going up or has it been coming down? Your MA method, you can choose exponential, apply it to close, and then you can choose your color. Let's say you choose blue and click OK. Now you're going to see a blue line appearing on my screen. Bound. So here we have a blue line appearing on my screen. I'm sure you can see that blue line appearing on my screen. That is the 200 exponential moving average. And I just taught you how to do that. Now, the next one we're going to do is that we're going to go back to that to up the screen again. And we're going to add one more moving average. We'll go to insert. We'll click on one more moving average. We'll click on that we'll click on insert indicators, then go to trend again. Insert indicators, trend, right? Then you click on moving average again. Now you modify what you have there. You had 200 there before. This time I want you to choose the 14. So you're going to put 14 exponential moving average. And now you can change the color to something else. So let's say we change the color to red for the sake of emphasis, and you click on OK. When you click on OK, another red line should appear on our screen. Boom, now we have a red line appearing on our screen, right? So we have two curvy lines. 1 is 200 is smoother because it's looking at the last 200 candles. And this is 14 because it's looking at the last 14 candles, right? So if the moving average, remember what I told you, when we're deriving what moving average is, we say you're adding the prices over the last certain number of period and you're finding the average. So 14 moving average means you're adding the prices over the last 14 candles and you're finding the average. 200 means you're adding the average over the, or you're finding the average rather over the last 200 candles. So here is the formula. When the smaller moving average, in this case 13, when the 13, okay, in this case 14, when the 14 moving average crosses down, look at this box here, look at this place here, you notice that the 14 moving average crossed downwards, right? Look, the 14 moving average was coming from above, then it crossed downwards. This is the 200, this is the 14. Once the 14 crossed down, right, what do you notice? You notice that all these things started pointing down, right? All these candles started going down, move up a little, go down, move up a little. When you come to professional class, you will know this movement, right? This is an impulse, a correction, an impulse, a pullback, and an impulse. You get that this is the WBTMMW, and then a rise at from level 3, right? But you get to know that later on. So here priced, you notice that price is coming down. Now let's go back to the chat box. When price is coming down, what trade action do we take? When we know that price is going to come down, go to the chat box and answer the question, please. What trading action will you take? Will you buy or will you sell? Will you sell or will you buy? When you know that price is going to drop down, what trading action will you take? What trading action will you take when you know that price is going to come down? Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. Thank you, Mr. Well, it's difficult to pronounce that name. All right, Mr. Lawson and Mr. Adeniro, thank you so much. Yes, Ms. Okologoria, when the red one crosses down the blue one, you are assuming that price is going to continue to drop. Remember the scenario where I said you were selling a mobile device. You got an information from somebody working in the factory, and the person was the one that told you that the price of mobile devices were going to come down. You and I are seated here in Nigeria or wherever you're joining from. There are well over 10 million people trading the international money market, right? And elections are going on, interest rate decisions are going on. How will you know if price is going to go up or price is going to go down? Who is going to be your informant? Here, I just gave you something you can add on your screen that can be your informant. When the 14 crosses below the 50, the 200, it is hinting that price will sell. So what will you do? Once that cross occurs, and the cross occurred somewhere here, right? Notice that shortly after that cross, or even before the cross, price has started dropping, and then you began to sell. If you had been selling from here, notice this thing, this move to this point alone, I'm not even taking it down here, this move to this point alone is, when it drops here, we'll say it has drawn 43 pips. So all the way here is 329 pips, right? 329 pips is equivalent to $32.9. It could be equivalent to $329. It could be equivalent to $3,290, depending on the lot size that you use. When you come to, I'm sure you must have been told what lot size is. It's like you are going to the stream to fetch water, right? You could be 3 people going to the stream to fetch water. If somebody goes there with a cup, he's going to fetch. Somebody goes there with a cup, he's just going to have small volume of water, right? If somebody goes there with a bucket, he's going to have more. And of course, if someone goes there with a drum, he will most likely have more. The question is how he will get it all. But the point is that the amount of money you make is dependent on you risk in the market, right? And Chairman will be explaining all that to you tomorrow. I am just here to let you know that this thing is real. If you did this, you could have made money. In fact, some other people made money yesterday and even into today. So there was a massive drop because of the US election, and price went up, immediately it crossed above. If you had bought from this candle, all the way to that top, right, bought from this candle all the way here, that is 208 pips. That is 208 pips. You also could have made $20, $200, $2,000. All of this could have been made trading this currency. It is really that straightforward. Of course, there are some things you need to understand much better, which we'll be discussing in the professional class. Right now, so I'll be leaving here now. Go straight down. The next screen you will see will most likely be the screen of my phone, and I'll be showing you how you can do this on your phone. But before I do that, for those of you that will be trading on the laptop, I'll give an assignment for every single one of us. This is what I'll ask you to do. Please do exactly what I've done. Have your 14, have your 200, pick anything, any currency or any commodity or any index that you want to trade. Indices you want to trade, just pick them. Say you want to trade gold, you can pick gold and do exactly the same thing on gold, right? See, when the 14 crossed over the 50, you were basically going to buy, and price has been buying on gold since that cross happened yesterday, right? A simple way of knowing how price will move. So what I want you to do is from about 8 a.m. the London market opens around 8 a.m. the German market, the Frankfurt open around 7 a.m. So from 8 a.m. tomorrow, just pick one or two of these currency pairs and come back and be checking them every 1 hour. Whenever you see a cross above one, right, wait for like 2 or 3 candles to ensure that the cross is real, because there are times you can have something like this. Notice what happened here. It behaved like it crossed up only for it to fall down. Wait for some candles to show that there is a spread. What do I mean by a spread? Watch this point. You see when it crossed, you can see that gap in between. That is the spread I'm talking about. You want to see that angle showing that it really wants to go up. Once you see that, you pick your trade and let it run. So how will you pick your trade if you are trading off your laptop? Just come here and click order. Once you click on new order up here, you can see I'll do that again. Up here, you can see new order. Click on new order. If you were to sell, just click on sell. If you were to buy, just click on buy. I'm not going to bore us with the lot size, the stop loss, the take profit. You will be learning that in the professional class. But if you were to sell or buy, just do that. So for this now, this is gold. You should have bought, so I'll just click on buy. I'm buying late already. I should have bought earlier. But as I'm clicking on buy now, you see that I'm buying gold and is moving. So let's quickly go to the laptop, to the phone. So I'll do exactly what I just explained here on the phone. Right, so 1 minute. All right, what you don't know is bigger than you. It's not everybody that is carrying laptop or having a phone that is a Yahoo. Sorry, this thing logged me off temporarily. I need to quickly sign in again. I hope to see a number of you in the professional class, so we could do this even much more and get to mentor you. Some people that were with us from March, of course, several people, some persons don't learn very fast. Some persons are relatively not that free. So assimilation is a little bit low. So we still have some people from March still following us. We're still attending to them. And some have grown and they've moved on. All right, so you will see my screen right about now. So I'll be sharing my phone MT4. This is what my phone MT4 looks like, right? I'm here on my phone, and we're going to do exactly the same thing I just told you to do. We're going to add 2 moving averages on the screen. So look at the top of my phone. There is a blue banner at the top of my phone there, a blue banner, and there is an F sign, something that looks like a factorial. Those of us that are science students. So you can see that F sign. I want you to click on the F sign. Once you click on the F sign, you should have this interface. You should have this interface broken down into segments. The first segment there is written, the heading there is trend, right? Inside that trend, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see moving average, right? That's the 5th one there. So click on moving average. Once you click on moving average, you are going to do exactly what we just did on the laptop. Now, period is going to be 200, shift is going to be 0, method is going to be exponential, apply to close. You apply it to close. Apply to close. Then, of course, the color there is blue. So just click on that color. You can choose any color you want there, right? So let's say we're choosing blue. So once you're done with that, you simply click on done up there. Boom, now you can see a blue line on my screen. Now you can see a blue line on my screen. So what's the next thing we want to do again? The next thing we're going to do is go back to that F button again. Click on that F button, right? So now we've clicked the F button. Click on the F plus. There's an F plus there. You notice that F plus, click on it. It's going to bring you back to that interface again. You go back, look for moving average again, and click on moving average. Now it's brought us back to the former page. We're going to edit that 200 and turn it to 14, right? We edit the 200 and turn it to 14. So now we have 14. We're going to change the color and have it look something like red, right? So we can distinguish between the two. Once we're done with that, we'll simply click done again. And now we have a red and a blue line on our screen, right? And you simply follow the same thing, right? So if the red line crosses beneath the blue line, you're looking for reasons to buy. If the the red line crosses down beneath the blue line, you're looking for reasons to sell. If it crosses above, you're looking for reasons to buy, right? It's not as easy and straightforward as I just said it. There are certain conditions you need to watch out for, right? We'll keep giving those information as time goes on. But for now, I just want you to know that you can use this method and it works magic if you follow the rules. So here again, there is a dollar sign in that blue banner. The third icon there looks like a dollar sign, right? Just click on that dollar sign. It can give you access to everything that is possible to trade. So let's say I want to trade GBP card, the Great British Pound against the Canadian dollar. I just click on GBP card and now I have this, right? Say I click on AUD/NZD, the Australian dollar against the New Zealand dollar. I click on that and it brings me here. So notice the Australian dollar against the New Zealand dollar, when the red crossed beneath the blue, we have been selling, and just early this week, price crossed above the red one, crossed above the blue one, and since then price has been going up, and that means we have been in a buy. So we basically sold for over 2 weeks, and now we've been buying in the last 2 days, right? Pretty straightforward, pretty straightforward. So how would you do this? If you want to take a trade using this again as a way of practice, look up again in the blue banner up above, that blue banner, there is a plus sign at the end, tail end of the right. It's looking like a plus sign inside the book, a plus sign inside the book. Just click on it. Once you click on it, it brings you to this interface, right? It brings you to this interface. Just a minute, I want to be sure this is not a real account. Okay, right, before I press commit myself in a real account. So here it is. You click on the plus sign inside the book, and now you have this. Check underneath the page. The last thing you see on my screen, down, 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 you see sell by market, and you also see buy by market. Sell by market, buy by market, right? So in the case of AUD/NZD, even though we usually do not initiate new trades around now, I traditionally do not take new trades anything after 4 p.m. Nigerian time, GMT +1. I usually will not initiate a new trade because the market will basically be slowing down as New York will be coming to a close. So as it is, but we'll take it for the purpose of this class. We're supposed to buy, so I'll just click on buy by market. Is that my order has been executed. Can you still hear me? Order has been placed in queue. I'm expecting to say my order has been placed. No connection, no connection. So something is wrong with my internet service. I noticed that. I noticed that. All right, let's do this again. We click on the plus sign and buy. All right, order is open. Order is open. So you can see I have a running trade. It's presently in a loss of $2. Usually when you enter a trade, it doesn't go straight into profit initially. It will dance around, and finally move into profit. So that is how we enter a trade, right? I will not bug you with the details of how do you close it and all of that, because that will be outside the scope of what we want to discuss today. And also we don't have the luxury of time to do all that. But I just want each and one of you to practice this tomorrow. Pick any currency pair or any instrument, I beg your pardon, that you so desire. It could be anything you want. Pick anyone, and you can have more than one trade running simultaneously. Let's look for something that might have been in a downtrend by now, something like maybe USD chip should be in a downtrend. Yeah. So here we want to initiate a sell. We just click on the plus sign at the end and we'll click on a sell, and then we have this, right? So we have two trades running right about now. That is how you enter your trades, right? That is how you enter your trade. So ladies and gentlemen, let me leave this screen now. Just a moment, just a moment. Just a moment. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on. So what I just showed you, I'm sure you can see my screen now. So what I just showed you is like a simple way to decide whether you want to buy or not. You see, because at the end of the day, the work of a trader is to determine if price is going to go up or is going to come down. If you buy something from Aba and you're coming to Lagos to sell, the only job is to determine is price going up or price coming down. If you have to go and buy it from a place that is cheap, then you come and sell it at a place that is expensive. That is your job. Buy it from a place that is cheap, sell it from a place that is expensive. That is the job that you and I are into, right? And so we're saying, what can tell us whether to buy or to sell? We say it is the moving average. It can basically give us an information as to whether to buy or to sell. So ladies and gentlemen, that is how I'll be wrapping it up for tonight. I'll be handing over to the chairman to move on from here. Chairman, thank you so much for this opportunity. I hope to see as many that can make it to the professional class, and we'll discuss further from there. Chairman, over to you. Let me see. Yeah, this is going to be on YouTube, so you can go watch this on YouTube. You can go watch it on YouTube. Watch it over and over and over and over and over again. You should get everything. Go watch it over and over and over and over again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I need to make it out to the professional class. The next class starts by 9. I'll be ending the meeting right now. And if you have any question, please come along with them for tomorrow's class, and it will be discussed in detail. Thank you for hopping around and coming online rather. Have a wonderful night. God bless you.